Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite YouTube channel and podcast. Hashtag KTLC Sports Talk with your host Justin P. My co-host Maurice Savage Jr. This is episode 164 for the YouTube channel, and for the podcast, it's season 4, episode 37. You can check out episode 36 yesterday. I had Bowie State defensive coordinator Kyle Jackson on. That was real fun, man. Definitely go check that out, man. He's just giving us some insight about the college football life. So definitely I want to go check that out. And it's on the audio version as well: Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. Well, enough of that, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the man with the master plan, the villain or the vigilante, my co-host, your co-host, Mr. Maurice Savage Jr. Yay, yay!
What's good, family? What's good, family? It feels good to be back. Another amazing episode is about to happen right here, right before your eyes again. Big bro, how you doing, man? This has been a long time, and it's good to get back to the door. But you know what I'm about to get to. You already know, man. Of course, we're gonna hit you with our opinions because everything we say, we really coming from the mind, really thinking hard, not playing no games. But of course, we're gonna hit you with some emotions because it's coming from right here, where that heart at. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter unless we hit you with the facts.
And that's a fact, Jack. Okay, all right. It's Maurice Night. I'll conduct the show. We got some fire topics, so take it away, good brother.
Okay. Well, we kind of basically did the mock draft a couple times, so I might as well say let's have fun with predictions a couple times. So the first thing I'm going to start off with, we're going to go to the NFC division, NFC conference, shall I say, and we're going division by division. Who you think is going to come in first place, and who you think come in last place. So you can start, and matter of fact, we'll start with the NFC West. The NFC West. Tell me what you got.
All right, the NFC West. I'm gonna go with the Rams. They the Super Bowl champs till they get beaten. And like I said, they picked up Bobby Wagner, picked up Allen Robinson, and they may bring back Odell. So hey, and then like I said, they still they're gonna. That's one thing about them. They're gonna find a way to get it done. Like salary cap, no nothing that's gonna stop them. So I'm going with the Rams definitely. To finish last, I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks because, like I said, that team is basically in rebuild mode. They traded away Russ, got rid of Bobby Wagner. There's even talks about them trying to trade DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, so they basically just in total rebuild. So, first place, I'm gonna go with the Rams. Last place, unfortunately, I gotta go with the Seahawks.
All right. For me, I got totally agree with you. I don't see nothing that the Rams did that was bad. All they did was upgrade the team, of course, on the offensive side and on the defensive side. So I expect them to do what they're going to do. I expect a repeat. I definitely expect a repeat. Whether they win or lose, I expect a repeat for them to go to the Super Bowl. I like what they're doing, and then to come in at last place. I mean, it's sad to say this, but it's the Seahawks. It's sad to see what Pete Carroll is about to go through, but they can be uplifted if they go and sign Baker Mayfield. I don't think he's all that, but I think he could be good enough where he can elevate that team, at least have something going, a little spunk, a little fire going. But I agree with you. I'm going with the Rams going to the Super Bowl once again, but I'm gonna slow down because that's later. But I'm going to the Rams winning that division, and then of course the Seahawks coming in last. All right, next up, NFC South. Who you got?
NFC South, it gets tricky here. I'm gonna go with the Saints. Surprisingly, reason being, I know Brady's back and all that, but the Saints are just they loaded up. They went and got Tyron Matthew. They drafted Chris Olave. Just signed my man Jarvis Landry. Had a one
Mm.
Trevor Penning to slide in and play the left tackle since Tyron Smith is gone. Tyron Armstead is
Mm-hmm.
gone to Miami. Drafting Alontae Taylor out of Tennessee, corner safety. That kid can hit, man. So basically, like I said, that team was already ready to win. Now you add more weapons for Jameis. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going with the Saints, man. I just plus they beat the Bucks every chance they get. So it's like like hey, I'm sorry, Bucks fans. I mean, I think y'all still gonna make the playoff. I just got the Saints to win the division. And
And
last place, I'm gonna go with the Atlanta Falcons because at least the Panthers do have a defense and a run game that can hold them over and get them a few wins. But the Falcons, like I said, with Marcus Mariota, I like them, but it's like it's gonna be some growing pains because, like I said, you got a rookie receiver. He's gonna be a best receiver. Falls on the island. We know Kyle Pitts is the man, but they're
mm-hmm.
gonna be growing pains there. So definitely the Falcons last, and they'll go with the Saints. Winning the division.
All right. Once again, not to copy off you, but I wanted to go with Tom Brady so bad. But to me, I'm honestly feeling like Tom Brady's last year is probably going to give you somewhat of a Brett Favre kind of year, where more records are going to be getting broken, but he's still going to be getting broken himself as his body. I agree with you on the Saints thing. The Saints are always running through him. I think nobody fears Tom Brady like they used to. I think everybody wants to get a chance to, I mean, think about it. It's like getting a chance to touch Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. So everybody wants to get a hard hit or tackle him or at least touch him or play against him one more time. So nobody's just going out there to just be lackadaisical. So it wouldn't shock me if the Saints won the division. I'm only going to go with the Saints because I keep hearing you give this guy Winston so much love. So I'm going to go ahead and see what you're talking about right here. I want to see what's up because, I mean, he can play. He does have the skill. And there's no reason for him not to do it. He has the team around him, defense and offense. So I'm gonna follow your lead on here and see what they do. I don't have them going to the Super Bowl, but I definitely have them. They could definitely win this division. You feel me? Easily. And coming in last place, I wanted to say the Panthers because I'm not really sold on the quarterback. There's too much going on down there. It seems like they don't know what they got going on there. I mean, Atlanta somewhat has like what they got going on as far as like they have an offensive plan. They know they got a weapon within Cordell Patterson. You got Kyle Pitts. Then you just get Drake London. So they know what they got where in Carolina, you would assume as soon as Sam Darnold got there.
More and Robbie Anderson and Christian McCaffrey, assuming he's he's gonna be healthy. And that defense in Carolina is much better than Atlanta.
You're right. You're right.
That's give them a fighting chance versus Atlanta. That defense is
you're right. You're right. And I'm gonna go with Atlanta. Of course, because you already know my philosophy. You can always go to the Super Bowl because of a good defense, and that's the thing. That's the difference right there. Panthers' defense is way better than the Atlanta's offense and defense combined. And the thing is, like I say with the Panthers, is it's no reason why you have those weapons on offense and you seem to can't even get into the playoffs or anything. I mean, granted, you definitely need Christian McCaffrey, but even with him going down, you still have wide receivers, so it should be no reason why. But I'm gonna go to where it's at. I think the Panthers defense is going to do enough to at least have them a better record than Atlanta. So I'm going to go with the Saints winning the division. I'm going out on a limb, and I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons losing the division, being in last place. All right. Next up, NFC North. Who you got?
NFC North. Hold on. Did your mic shut? I'm about to add you back. Hold on. All right. NFC North. I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. I'm sorry. I know they lost Devontae Adams and all that, but hey, they still got that bad man Aaron Rodgers there. So hey, and then like the Lions, they're rebuilding. Bears rebuilding. Vikings, yeah, Kirk Cousins and them, but it's like they getting their own way too much in Minnesota. So I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. They made moves. They brought in Sammy Watkins. They brought in they drafted Christian Watson. They drafted Romeo Doubs, who I wanted the Ravens to get. So they definitely added. Those three can fill the void of Devontae Adams. It's going to take more than one guy. And then we say Aaron Rodgers just hit the open man plenty of times. So, and then they rebuilt that defense, getting Quay Walker, Devontae Wyatt. So, yeah, and then they got A.J. Dillon still, and my guy Aaron Jones. So, yeah, so, I'm still going Green Bay Packers.
Last, this tricky.
Last, I'm gonna go with the Chicago Bears. I think Detroit gonna be a little bit better. I think Justin Fields gonna be pretty good, but it's like the lack of weapons on the outside is gonna hurt them. Like I said, their best receiver probably gonna end up being that rookie out of Tennessee, Felix Jones, and that's not good. They lost Khalil Mack, so the pass rush gonna take a hit, and they got a bunch of rookies playing in the secondary. So I'm going first, Green Bay Packers as usual, and then last I'm going with the Chicago Bears.
All right. For me, this was kind of tricky because of number one, you don't want to bet against Aaron Rodgers. He definitely is my favorite quarterback of all time. So that's why number one, people be like, well, if he's your favorite quarterback of all time, why is he right there? I'm being realistic here. I see that he lost weapons, but I see he also replaced his weapons. But at the same time, I'm like, Minnesota, when is it? When is it time? Minnesota, how many times do you have to watch the other teams around you in your division? All you have to do is win your division, and you have a chance to win the Super Bowl. It's just that simple. You win your division, you win. Forget last place, forget all that. Win your division, you win. And I say that to say is, How many times are you going to look around you and watch the Chicago Bears keep on doing what they're doing with their roster and with their seasons, not doing what they're doing? You're watching Green Bay split up probably the best tandem of all time. You just watch them split that up, and then yourselves like come on, man. Come on, and then the reason why I didn't even speak on the Lions yet, because we see what the Lions been doing for years now. But we're gonna talk about yourselves next. You know you're better than the Lions, so I don't even need to talk about them. When are you gonna see those two teams? That's your competition, and you rise above them. It's no reason why you shouldn't come off looking at this division, looking at the season, winning at least, let's say, you 10 games. You shouldn't be 7-3. It's no reason why you shouldn't be 7-3. Like, come on, you have the quarterback, you have the wide receivers, tight end. You have the running game. You have a defense. I mean, you got good coaching. It should be no reason why. But I have to be realistic. You're going to do just like the Dallas Cowboys. You're going to wet the bed. You're probably giving me. This is what you probably do. You probably give me 7-3 and then lose 5 in a row. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the.
You mean actually 8 in a row because 17 games now.
Oh yeah. I'll take that back. I'm gonna just say this: they could give me 7 wins and have me thinking that they on their way, and then lose out and probably be fighting for the last playoff spot. That's what the Vikings do to me. Why I can't be so wrong.
7 wins won't get anybody in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't you know how you excited? Oh my, the Vikings 7-3. They look like they on their way, and it wouldn't shock me if they lost the rest of the games.
Every year they start off good and end up doing something to get in their own way. That's why I was like, I want to pick them sometimes because Kurt can sling it. Justin Jefferson is good. The defense is, it's still pretty solid, but they always find a way to just blow games, even off a missed field goal, missed extra points, blown coverages, drop passes. They always find a way to cause themselves games.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with the pick, of course, the Green Bay Packers, and then of course losing the division. I'm gonna go with the Chicago Bears. Like I said, I see Justin Fields just a kid being happy to play football. They do got little offensive weapons, and they do got a nice little defense that can get the fans rowdy and all that. But that's all you got going right now is a bunch of potential noise-making players. You don't have any winning around you. So Chicago Bears, and I think Chicago probably gonna have about four, maybe 5 wins this year. We talk about having a first-round draft pick next year. Chicago Bears. All right. Next up, the final.
They're gonna have a first-round draft pick. You mean they're gonna have a top first?
Yeah, there you go. Number 1. That's what I'm saying. Number 1. I think they probably gonna do the worst this year.
Overall, damn.
Yeah, I think the Bears gonna do the worst this year. And definitely Khalil Mack leaving too. All right, and then the final division, the NFC East. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay. Yeah. This shocking.
As much as I would like to go to Cowboys because they do have the better quarterback, but the Eagles had the overall better roster now. AJ Brown, like I said, he brought in a Kobe Dean. They got a hole probably at safety or corner, but they'll probably pick up somebody. It's gonna be some veterans that's gonna get released. Like I said, June 1st cuts are coming. So, but in Philly, offensive line is like one of the best. Like I said, they get everybody back healthy. Miles Sanders. So I'm going with the Eagles, man. It's gonna be tough though, but I think the Eagles are slightly edge the Cowboys for first. Last, Jesus Christ, I'm about to go with the New York Giants. I hate to say it, man. that whole situation. He might not even finish the year as a starter. Tyrod might end up starting. They may trade for Baker. Like Daniel Jones, each year he got statistically worse. So it was like, I like the draft they had, but it's not gonna be enough because Washington alone got a defense and a run game, and then they got some solid receivers over there, so that could easily keep them in second or third place. But the Giants have the worst quarterback in the division, so got the Eagles at first and the Cowboys at last. What Destroyer
you said Eagles number 1. You said Eagles number 1.
The Eagles at 1 and the Giants last. I hope. Sorry if I said that wrong. Yeah. Destroyer said Cowboys is first. Redskins, NFC South first, Tampa last, Falcons, NFC North first, Vikings. You got the Vikings going first, okay, and last Chicago. At least we agree on that. Okay.
All right, I like his picks too, because I wanted to go out on them and pick the Vikings too, but I like that one. But for me, of course, I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm kind of scared to go with the Philadelphia Eagles only because the Dallas Cowboys, there's no reason why you shouldn't be serious now. You got rid of Amari Cooper saying that you can do it without him, so you have no choice but to show it. And that's when you make a move like that, you're saying you're ready to show the league what you can do. But the Eagles, it scares me. The last time we seen the Eagles with all these players like that, they said they had the All-Star team, and what they do?
It's just the thing, nobody talking that lingo no more. So
I'm glad they're not. The last time I seen a roster like this, what the Philadelphia Eagles had, we saw what happened. This is really a fantasy draft roster right here. I mean, come on, man. This is hot right now. So, of course, I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts, my man Devontae Smith, Alabama. So I'm rooting for these guys to do what they got to do. So, of course, I'm going to follow up with you and got them winning the division. And then last but not least, I'm definitely going to go with my Giants losing the division. The Giants could have the second pick. Bears number 1, Giants at number 2, having the second draft pick overall. And I think we should go off my man Bryce Young. Let's go. Let's get it done. Bring his ass to NY. Okay. Let's switch conferences now. Okay. Let's start off with our division, the NFC North. AFC North. Who you got?
I don't care how this one sound. Ravens first place. 8-3 last year. We was in first place. We got racked with injuries, but the one injury we couldn't overcome was losing our quarterback. We couldn't overcome it. Like Tyler Huntley played good. Credit to him. I hope that one day he'll get a chance to be a starter, but he's not Lamar. So the drop off, he was clearly there. So now we got everybody back healthy. Then with the draft we just had, like I said, and then fixing the offensive line, we'll get a receiver. We already talked about this, and I'm gonna start. We'll get somebody. We'll trade for somebody. Somebody will get cut. So we'll figure that out as we go. So yeah, I'm Ravens first place for sure. Bengals fans, I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke because you got a first place schedule this year to go to the Super Bowl. So you're gonna reality race smack you in the face. Last place, Pittsburgh Steelers. Glad I gotta be because the Browns are going to be better. They got Deshaun there.
Facts.
And then they got the Amari Cooper, so it's definitely got to be Pittsburgh because, like I said, Kenny Pickett or Mitch Trubisky is like, You got a rookie quarterback with small hands, and you got other quarterback who is mobile and can move, but it's like bouncing around a little bit. Like, so definitely got to be Pittsburgh.
All right. I like that. Of course, I'm gonna have to agree with you one more time. I gotta make the picks that make sense. I definitely wanted to go with the Bengals, just because it looked like they got outnumbered. I'm just going to be real with you. It looked like the Bengals got outnumbered. I mean, for a while now.
Yeah, but before last year, we were sweeping them. We swept them.
Yeah. But I'm just saying,
they got us. I'll give them that.
But I'm saying, like, for a while now, even from
they outside of Pittsburgh, they definitely been giving us.
It's like the Andy Dalton days. I mean, how many? I think, to me, don't you know how there's never no losses that you see that you would rather have. But I like our losses against the Steelers before I like our loss against the Bengals. It's one because we shouldn't be losing to them. That's number one. And then how many games I know but how many games that we lost in the clutch, Hail Marys, going to overtime when we have no business, missing come on. We done lost games where AJ Green has been down and they used a backup like Tyler Boyd or somebody else before they even. I'm sitting up here like, what? Are you serious? So I definitely would like to go with them, but matter of fact, I am gonna go with them. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna go with them. Only because of this. And Raven Nation all day. Ravens gonna make the playoffs. But the only reason why I'm going with the Bengals, because my Ravens don't have a wide receiver. Now, we're going to do this prediction thing one more time after the preseason games are played. But as of right now, we don't have a wide receiver. Right now, it's about to be the Lamar Jackson show.
Hey, what about Bateman, man? You ain't going to get Bateman.
I gotta see. Like Promise Ever when Bateman got, because I'll say this then. Because
hold on. Thank you, froze.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, no, you froze, so I had to add you back. Go ahead.
All right. And what I was going to say is because of our offense, we didn't really get a chance to see him be explosive. That's one of the reasons why Hollywood left. If we would have got a chance to see him being explosive, then I would have been like, okay. I mean, if he would at least did some of what Marquise Brown did in his years, then I'd be like, okay, we got a number one receiver. We got somebody to rely on. But right now, I just know him as being a good wide receiver. He was stretching the field, getting big catches, getting first downs, but I wasn't sold enough. So I'm more sold on the Bengals wide receiver core more than ours is. I mean, because this gonna look bad.
That's a fair point.
Yeah,
Okay.
this gonna look bad. Us going backwards on offense to just keep giving the ball to J.K. Dobbins and Mark Andrews. That wouldn't shock me if his numbers drop and then people start questioning what type of tight end he is, and that wouldn't even be fair. But I'm gonna go with Bengals nonetheless, and then of course I'm gonna follow up with you, only because Pittsburgh Steelers, that quarterback, he's not ready yet. But far as in the future, Pittsburgh fans, you shouldn't worry because you're going to be just like us. Our division, if he does what he's supposed to do, our division is going to be scary. 4 young quarterbacks playing the way they playing, that's probably going to be the best division in the league for a very long time. So Pittsburgh Steelers fan, you can afford to have maybe 1 or 2 bad seasons. Don't feel bad, but you have a quarterback for the future. So just like you, I'm going with the Ravens winning the division and coming in last place. I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right. Next up, let's get sticky here. The AFC East. Who you got?
Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills. I know, like I loved everything the Dolphins did, but I'll put it all together. You know what I mean? Like they just showed him in practice every day. He under threw Tyreek. Tyreek had to come back to the bar. Granted, in practice, I get it, but I gotta go with Josh Allen. They made some moves. Went and bolstered up their defense with Von Miller. Drafted Kayat Elam out of Florida. Need some depth there. Got Jameson Crowder, which they lost, and Cole Beasley, so they replaced him with that. The draft had a good draft. Drafted Terrell Bernard, Delvin Cook, Khalil Shakur out of Boise State. They had a pretty good draft, so I'm definitely going with the Bills. Last place, gotta go the Jets. I like what
okay.
they just it's just not they just it's a numbers game. They're not better than the other 3 teams in front of them. So
facts. Okay.
give them like another year or 2. Like I said, but right now they're hitting in the right direction, but it's just not gonna be enough. Because like I said, Buffalo ain't going nowhere, and the Patriots still gonna be a playoff team, and the Dolphins might could possibly be a playoff team. So somebody got to finish last. So I'm gonna go with the New York Jets.
Okay. I like everything that you said, and I gotta piggyback on that and agree again. Great minds think alike. But first off, let me say this: I wanted to go with the Patriots, and I already told you this. You already know if the Patriots would have got a wide receiver or anybody, I was going.
They traded for Devontae Parker and they drafted Tyquan Thornton, so they addressed the position.
Yeah, but I mean, I would say these guys are good wide receivers. I was saying like if whoever was out there, like maybe if they would have even at least got Jarvis Landry or Odell or maybe if they would have got Allen Robinson before the Rams got him, I would have been straight sold on the Patriots because I felt like all.
Thank you, Fro. Hold on. Yeah, sorry for the technical difficulty. You good? You in your Wi-Fi?
I'm on Wi-Fi. I should be good. Maybe because I'm probably in a different room. Maybe that's what it is. But we're gonna rock out. But as I was saying, if the Patriots would at least got Allen Robinson, you already know I was sold on them. I felt like the Patriots just a wide receiver away for being a legit team, a better team, because they run the ball, they give the ball to the tight ends, their quarterback is mobile, and they got a good defense. So I was definitely sold on them. But as you said, man, I gotta go. It makes sense, and I feel like this is be the season. Josh Allen should win MVP. It wouldn't shock me if he won MVP 2 years in a row because he got that Buffalo Bills mist around him. He got that Jim Kelly vibe around him. He can get these guys to at least 2 Super Bowls, probably go 1-1. You feel me? Maybe even 3. But I believe it's his time. I believe he should do what he should have to do. And why things happen the way it is. I mean, come on, man. It's fortunate for him. Patrick Mahomes didn't win that other Super Bowl. So, I mean, get on it. It should be pretty much done for the Bills to win that division. And then just like you, I gotta go with the Jets. Even though the Jets, and I told you about this, I know who people is who wasn't Lions fans or Jets fans. The Jets and Lions are starting to do some sexy things, man. It's just that simple, man. Those teams was about to just straight turn it around. And again, that's going to be another division with young quarterbacks with great stuff to come. Now, of course, I'm going to go with our division over there just because I'm not too much sold on Tua being a good quarterback. I'm sure. I mean, what I mean is a good passing quarterback. I got him being a good quarterback, good enough to win you games, give you some Steve Young type highlights. But as far as him slinging the ball all over the place, no, that's not happening. Okay, so next up, we're going to go with the AFC South. Who you got?
AFC South always gets tricky here. I'm going to take the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, okay, Matt Ryan. Okay.
Matt Ryan did, like I said, Carson had a solid season. Like I said, obviously they wanted to get, more experience there. Guy that went to the Super Bowl, former league MVP, got a chip on the shoulder. Like I said, he may still go get Julio Jones. You never know. He's already beaten on the table for that. So don't be surprised if that happens. He got this the best offensive line he played behind since the Super Bowl year.
Facts.
Smacked on all them guys like that. They went and drafted Bernard Ray. Remember I told you they were gonna get a tackle because they lost their left tackle. So you for offensive line that's already good. You go get Stephon Gilmore, one of the best corners in the league. Trade for Yannick Ngakoue. Now you can get after the quarterback the way you want with him and Quiddy Pay and DeForest Buckner. You got Darius Leonard, probably the best stand-up off-ball linebacker in the league, depending on who you ask. Drafted Alex Harris. So you still got Paris Campbell, Michael Pittman, T.Y. may go back, we will see. And then you got one of the best running backs in the league, in Jonathan Taylor. So yeah, I'm going with the Colts. So then Tennessee want to take a step back. Like I said, no AJ Green. No, sorry, no AJ Brown. Excuse me. They got a bunch of rookie receivers, and Robert Woods coming off injury, and so is Derrick Henry. So I'm going with the Colts. And in last place, Houston Texans. Unfortunately, I like what they did. They had a good draft. They building some stuff for that, but it's just going to take a little minute because Jacksonville's going to be better than them. They got a better quarterback, and they got a kid coach now that's not going to be in the bars, getting lap dances. He's going to be focusing on the game. Urban Meyer. So yeah, so by default it's gonna be Houston, and then win the AFC South. I'm going with the Indianapolis Colts, man.
Okay. Again, I'm a follow up with you just because, man. Lately, I've been falling in love with the guy, Michael Pittman. He's been showing himself to be available. If he keep this up and stay with the coach for a long time, he's gonna be one of those next line of receivers. It was Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Pierre Garcon, T.Y. Hilton, and next it could be him because he was making himself available with over 1,000 yards last season, and he's playing with a better quarterback. To me, overall, I think Matt Ryan's career is, of course, better than Carson Wentz. So I think he got a chance right here to make something happen right here, and the coach should be able to do enough. That defense is pretty good, and then you rant and raved about Jonathan Taylor a lot. And he did his thing. I can't say anything. And I forgot they do have a backup running back, number 21. I never get a chance.
Naeem Hines, yeah.
Yeah, another guy who's very nice. So I can't wait to see what happens with the Colts and open up. And this was kind of tricky too because I'm just showing is Trevor Lawrence really going to turn it around? Is he really going to just give me a good sophomore season?
No weapons, he better. He got no choice.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And then at the same time, I look at the Texans. I mean, as you said, man, they were sold on Phelps. I mean, he did show signs of being a good quarterback. So it's like a kind of a toss. But I'm going to do this. Just because the Jaguars addressed the offense and the defense with their first-round draft pick, I'm going to go with the Texans being in last place and the Jaguars coming in third. Okay.
You got the Colts in first, too?
Yep. All right. And final division, the AFC West. Who you got?
Wild West. Ooh, this is probably the hardest one to pick. Ooh, I'm going with the Los Angeles Superchargers to win the division. They ready. Like I said, I think Brandon Staley learned from his dumbass mistakes last year. They kept him off the playoffs. Like this team is flat out talented. They got Justin Herbert, Jay Herbert at quarterback, Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. They fixed the line, got Rashard Slater last year in the draft, Zion Johnson. Then you got Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa coming off the edge. With J.C. Jackson and Derwin James in the second half. Man, bro. Then they drafted J.T. Woods out of Baylor, man. That kid is a beast, man. Right?
Yeah.
Chargers, man. Flat out on the Chargers. Last place. Ooh, Lord. This
is super tough.
I'm going with the Raiders. I think them are going to be a little bit better. Like I said, the Raiders. It's just going to be a numbers guy. I think the Raiders going to lose a couple games that might hurt them. But they can possibly have 3 teams come out the division. I'm going to go with the Chargers, and I'm going with the Raiders. But I think them are going to be much, much better this year.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm calling it early now. We ain't see three teams come out of the division and go to the playoffs in a while. Probably
Not,
about
we just our division just did it. Not this year, the year before last, the COVID year.
All right, all right, okay. So at least I know we went like a year without it. So I think it's going to happen again this year.
These
I
playoffs,
believe. I
we
believe
sent.
Bronco. Yeah, I believe Broncos, Chiefs, and Chargers make the playoffs this year. But however, I'm
So
going with the Denver Broncos, man. It's just that simple, man. You got Dangerous Russ. We talking about Dangerous Russ probably
winning division.
winning the division. We probably I'm talking about Dangerous
Ball with either 14. This is like a division.
facts.
This is
You
like
feel
either
me?
team can be worse or worse. Either team.
Because if I was a fan of any of these teams, I would definitely be feeling like it's my year. What just because especially three of the teams, what two of the teams made it to playoff last year. Chargers could have made the playoffs, and the Broncos said the whole time, Broncos went, we're a quarterback away. Now you got that.
Ah,
So yeah, so it wouldn't shock me if Russell Wilson was to win MVP, but I'm definitely going with Broncos. I feel strong about the Broncos this year. They that was a team that clearly, I mean, I saw this playing on Madden. Past 2 years, I've been playing with the Broncos. Not to just bring up my Madden game, but I've been playing with the Broncos on that, and I just
nothing wrong
yeah,
with that.
yeah. And when I used to play, I used to struggle on offense a little bit, but I had the wide receivers, and sometimes I could get them. And I was like, yo, if these guys had a quarterback, yo, they would be nice. Lo and behold, here come Russell Wilson 2 seasons later. So I'm going with the Broncos without a shadow of a doubt. And then last place, I'm just going with the Las Vegas the Raiders, only because of this. To me, like I said, if I was a fan of this team, I would also think I have a chance because of what I did last year. But this the Raiders. I don't think they're going to go to the playoffs 2 years in a row. I think they're going to have that little hangover, and everybody else is just going to beat on them. And I think everybody, I think the Broncos are going to treat them like the same old Raiders. Get those numbers up, get in rhythm. I think Patrick Mahomes, we already know how he feel about losing. I think he going to do the same thing and get his numbers up. And we already know, man, Justin Herbert should ever since he's been a rookie. Every year after that, he should be in the MVP conversation consistently. The guy's just that good. I mean, he getting the job done no matter who his wide receivers is. I'm not even trying to hear because he has Keenan Allen. He gets it in with everybody. So Broncos at number one, and then of course I got the Chargers. Not excuse me, the Las Vegas Raiders being in last place. All right, and again, even though it's early, give me your reasons why. But even though it's early, give me your reasons why from what you've seen, as far as free agency, as far as trades, anything. Give me your early Super Bowl prediction right now, just based off what you see, what you think.
Oh, it's tough, man. You want my unbiased pick or my biased pick, right?
I mean, whatever you want, because we ain't gonna do the real deal until you already know after the preseason. So whatever you want.
I'm gonna give you both my biased pick. I'm going Ravens versus Bucks.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that's my biased pick. Because we was hurt. We gonna be practically healthy this year. We made, the defense to be better. Got a new defensive coordinator. That's not gonna be with the goofy blitzers. And we improved the offensive line. Like I said, yeah, the receiver department, but we're gonna get somebody. And plus the young guys like Tyler Wallace, those guys, they'll step up. Plus, like I said, we'll add a veteran. Like I said, we got from now until August to figure that out. We'll get somebody. The Bucks, like I said, Tom Brady, he gonna be hungry the way how he just, his season ended last year. So, they went added Russell Gage, they added some, another lineman and draft, added Logan Hall. Bro, that the Bucks just made some quiet moves. So I could see them put out the NFC East. My unbiased pick would be the Chargers versus the Rams, LA Super Bowl. Yeah, they want that.
Oh, that'll be hot, boy.
Yeah, that's why I said, yeah, that's why they were kind of mad at the Chargers that he made the playoffs. So they didn't get it last year at home. I think, that'll be my unbiased pick. Stafford versus Herbert. The winner is the King of LA. So
Okay, okay.
those two picks. My
Well,
two.
I'm gonna copy off you about a little bit. My bias pick is I would definitely want to see uh two black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. I want to see Lamar Jackson versus Jalen Hurts. I
Oh,
definitely want to see that. I mean, I think it's gonna be. I think first of all, the way our offense, I mean, the way our defense has been playing lately, and the way their defense has been playing lately, it's gonna be a lit up scoreboard. I'm talking about maybe the score ended 44-43 or something like that, man. It,
we gonna
I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, I think it's that. I think this is what I think. if Jalen Hurts putting up enough points, you know Lamar Jackson gonna follow up. Lamar Jackson is not gonna get blown out of no Super Bowl. So I'm just saying, if the score,
I just don't think Philly will score that much because we got Kyle Hamilton. Like we added pieces on that defense. Like, the game got to get played. That's just me. I just don't see us.
Yeah. But I'm saying it wouldn't shock me if that was a high-scoring game, one of the highest-scoring games of all time, just because of what both quarterbacks can do. I mean, to me, from what I've been saying lately, it don't really matter how good your defense is. If you got a legit quarterback that can run and make the right passes at the right time, he can shatter your defense all day. We see Kyle Murray straight coming to the league doing it. Josh Allen doing it. Lamar Jackson. Even Joe Burrow's a little mobile. He's not doing nothing much, but you get my point of what I'm saying. So I mean, it wouldn't shock me if that was a high scoring. Both teams was in their 40s or high 30s. So that would be my bias pick: Philadelphia versus the Ravens, and it would be lit too for me because I did live in Pennsylvania for a little while, so that would be lit for me. And my real deal pick, the one I think that's going to make sense. I don't care who win, but I'm going Broncos versus the St. Louis Broncos versus the Los Angeles Rams again. I think Matt Stafford still got something to prove. They didn't do anything to the team except for upgrade. So I don't see them falling back. And then the Denver Broncos, it don't get no better than getting one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Not just one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Russell Wilson is getting ready to go down as one of the best quarterbacks of all time. And he didn't even touch the field yet for the Denver Broncos yet. So you got a chance to get him. And we saw what happened the last time.
Lucky-ass franchise you get. John Elway, Peyton Manning, now Russell Wilson. Like, bro.
And mind you now, all these guys took you to Super Bowls. I mean, well, except for Russell Wilson, but all these guys took you to Super Bowls. So you probably wouldn't even be hurt if you went 1-1 in the Super Bowl or went 1-2 in the Super Bowl. You would be like, hey, man, he came here and got us the Super Bowl. So I'm definitely, I love my Ravens to death. But I'll be following my man Jerry Jeudy a lot. I'm watching the Denver Broncos heavy. Like I had my eye on the Patriots last year, I got my eye on the Denver Broncos heavy this year. And like I said, I want to see Rams in it again versus the Broncos. All right, let's get to the fun stuff, to the NBA. And basically give me your opinion. What happened and how the Bucks get eliminated by the Celtics?
First of all, it was a wonderful series. Both teams, it was like a heavyweight boxing match. Both teams just fought jab. Losing Chris Middleton hurt them because, like I said, that was that second guy that can get you 20, 25 points. And sometimes even 30 on the cadence. So Giannis had to pick up the load a little bit more. But the Celtics were just pretty much hungry, man. Like I said, Milwaukee already had won the championship, so they were playing with house money. So it didn't really matter how their season ended, because we haven't seen a repeat champion since Golden State. Mm. So, like I said, they won it all last year. So at that point, it was like if they would have got back, cool. But they basically was playing with house money. Boston needed them more. Like I said, they've been getting there close the last couple of years. Remember, LeBron kept beating them. Then they lost to Toronto and all that. Then they lost to Jimmy Butler and them, who they played on tomorrow night. So Boston, like, man, it's now or never, man. We got all these young talent, like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart, defense player of the year. We gotta at least get to the finals. That's Celtic. Celtic fan. That's Celtic history, pride.
Mm-hmm.
Like they win championships, right? Making the playoffs and all that is fine and dandy. But they got 17 Raptors, championship banners up there. They trying to add to that. So that's all. Just the Bucks was wore down. Like I said, Giannis could only do so much. He played great. He had 25 and 20. So, Boston just smelled blood in the water and just took advantage of it.
Okay, I definitely like what you're saying. I'm kind of hurt a little bit that you said the Middleton thing, but it is what it is. You got to be honest.
I'm not making no excuses for them.
No. But it is true. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give a shout out to Wiz. If Chris Middleton was there, we probably even would have lost, but it definitely would have been a different series. I'm not going to take nothing away from him. But at the same time, I'm going in there with no remorse. How many times have the Celtics played with somebody injured? You feel me? All them seasons and all that. So you feel me? I'm not going to take no remorse on that. And then at the same time, I still thought Milwaukee was going to beat us, especially after they beat us on our floor. Then we beat them on their floor. It was only right for them to come back and get the job done. But we had our business.
One of those games, I want to say game six, y'all were up big, or 5-1. Y'all was
up one of them, and then they came back and won. So we definitely were supposed to smoke them and get them out of there. But to see Giannis become a mutant and handle his business and do what he was doing, I just felt like, all right, here you go again. We can't get over the hump. We can't beat this guy. And I just want to hope and pray on this, that Celtics, we put all our energy in beating Milwaukee and stopping probably the best player in the league. I hope we didn't use all that energy, and we can't do what we're supposed to do against Miami. I hope that doesn't happen.
They fresh. They've been chilling for a couple of days, and everybody,
Yeah.
no talking about everybody. Boston, the hot all day long. I know you've been saying on my phone, Boston this, but Miami Heat, like y'all forget we the number one seed, so y'all go ahead and give Boston all the credit because it's recently by they just watched them. So Jimmy Butler and them said, okay, cool, y'all, y'all don't gotta worry about us. We we're the underdogs. So yeah, they definitely gotta come ready to play because American Airlines Arena gonna be lit tomorrow.
Yeah, and I've been saying that the whole entire time. Celtics fan. I'm a Celtics fan for life, Celtics all day, but I'm realistic. Miami looked like they ain't playing. I mean, it looked like Miami on that hungry shit. Look, you mean to tell me LeBron James had that slick ass team and they ain't make the playoffs? They was our only threat. Oh yeah, we going. Well, the Clippers keep on putting that slick ass team together, that organization together, and they ain't doing nothing with it. Kawhi let it hurt again. Oh, we going. And then wait a minute, y'all got rid of Greek Freak. The Celtics got rid of Greek. Oh, y'all.
The two teams that was going to pose problems for the Heat are gone. They took care of one on with the Sixers because of they big man, Giannis and Embiid. Boston big man is like, so now I think Bam Adebayo might have a series. That's just me.
Yeah. Robert Williams. I mean, you got a big task on your hand. That's all I'm gonna say. You got a big task on your hand. All right. Next up, this one is the shocker. This one is the shocker. Tell me what happened on your thoughts. Suns losing to the Mavs?
Ooh, that one right there, man. Like I said, I had that series going at least 6 or 7, but they just flat out just took their heart in Game 7. Like I said, the Suns up a couple times in earlier games, and they didn't handle their business. They took care of home court, was up 2-0. It seemed like ever since the Chris Paul incident with his wife and all that, they just went down. I'm just being honest. It was definitely an unfortunate situation. Mark Cuban definitely did the right thing by banning him. I think that just took a toll on him mentally. Then his injuries and all that. So it was just all out of whack. Then Devin Booker, now he just was working his way back from injury. So, it was just the Suns is always find a way to blow it, man. That's just they every time they get a good team, like when they had Nash and Stoudemire, even when Boston, they always find a way to blow it. But to lose by 30 out in the Game 7, like, bro, at home, that's no, man. Chris Paul, definitely, man, you had a wonderful career. Go ahead and ride to the sunset and just go ahead and, whatever you want to do, coach, man, analyst, whatever. But, yeah, it's just that was your last great chance to win a championship. And Luka and them took it. And the Mavericks, like I said, Luka and them needed the series. Remember, before that, we were like, damn, bro, you can't get out the first round. Like Trae Young in the Eastern Conference Finals. This person that went ahead, second, third round, like you put up all these numbers and keep getting first rounded. You know what I mean? So he had like a low key Dirk Nowitzki run in 2011. Like, not saying he's gonna win it or anything like that, but that's what it feels like. This team. So they just pretty much just took the Suns' heart, man. They just Luka and Brunson just went at him and didn't win it. So that's it.
Well, for me, two things. Shout out to the coaching staffs of the Grizzlies, and shout out to the coaching staff. Even though we're not talking about the Grizzlies game, shout out to the coaching staffs of the Grizzlies, and shout out to the coaching staffs of the Mavs. The reason why I say that, these are two teams that have won games without their star player in the playoffs. Not during the season, not during preseason, during the playoffs, was something that should not be allowed. It should not happen. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, when Luka's not playing, John Morant's not playing, that should be an automatic dub for you. I don't give a damn if you win by 1 point every time. It should be automatic. I don't care if you barely win. It should be done. Now, with that being said, I mean, it was too much of Luka, and Spencer Dinwiddie had something to prove. I mean, Spencer Dinwiddie keep getting traded after traded. Can't seem to find a home. I mean, I did love him down there for the Wizards, but I mean, it didn't last that long. He had a couple good games, and then I'm just like, wow, he's gone? Really? He's gone? But then you come over there, and then he get another chance in Dallas, and then it's just straight working. I mean, it's unstoppable what they doing right there. They got a nice 1-2 punch going on. The Warriors, you better beware. But of course, you feel me? I'm going to make the pick that makes sense. But I mean, they definitely doing enough. I feel as though I think if the Dallas Mavericks had a big man, like how back in the day they had a Tyson Chandler, and they had like one more guy who played defense, like a Sean Merriman, I would honestly be like, yo, you guys could give the Warriors a run for that money. Okay, now final topic of the night before we get up out of here. After this just happened, Give me your NBA Finals pick. Who you think going right now out of the teams that's left? Who you think going?
Well, Phoenix obviously fucked up my first one. I'm still going them boys in the 305, the Miami Heat. I'm going Miami Heat versus the Golden State Warriors. Jimmy
Okay.
Butler, yeah, man. I like the Heat winning that series in 7.
All right. That's all you want to say before I go in?
Oh, I think go ahead. That's all.
For me, I'm gonna start off with the West because to me it's gonna be easiest. I think Luka gonna put up a good fight and they're gonna lose in 6. I think the Warriors gonna win the first 2 games in Golden State. Dallas probably win those 2 games in Dallas, which I think they're gonna do, where it make it look like it's a series now, and then Golden State gonna do what they do, finish them off the last 2 games and finish in 6. And I just feel as though this is super tough for me going to the East, just because I mean Jimmy Butler is really that good. I mean, as much as his game looks like a YMCA guy, it's a YMCA guy busting NBA players' ass. He's nice, and then you see Jason Tatum just have a Kobe night. I mean, games I think it was game 6. Like he scored the last 11, 12 points of those guys straight in a row, unstoppable. So, I mean, it makes me want to think: is he going to turn it on? As far as the Kobe situation, but I gotta stick with my pick. I'm going to be rooting for the Celtics. Let it be known, I'm going to be rooting for the Celtics, but I gotta pick with my pick. It's just right now, I think Miami as a whole, as a defense, as a team, as an offense, I think they playing way better right now. I think it's more of we more looking at the Celtics defense and hoping Jason Tatum have good games, far as Miami just playing good as a unit. So I'm going to go to Golden State Warriors versus the Miami Heat, and I'm gonna go with Miami getting the job done against the Warriors, and that's it.
First win. Okay, first rank.
Yep.
One, thank y'all guys for tuning in. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is episode 164 for the YouTube and the audio on Spotify, Apple, season 4. You guys, we won't be back tomorrow night. Got my guy Sean Parnell coming on from Shadow Code Radio. He's gonna come on here and talk about his podcast and stuff like that. He's been on here several times, but just not on the live stream. He's been on the audio version. So, we'll see y'all guys tomorrow night. Go ahead, co-host, do your thing.
As always, another great show, man. I try to bring when I can, when I bring them topics, I try to bring the fire. You feel me? It's another great time on here with Big Bro. You know how we do. If you're looking for me, you can find me on Facebook. My name is Maurice Savage Jr. If you can't find me on that, which I know you're going to be able to find me on that, you can find me on Instagram, I_AM_the_. Pharaoh. That's me sitting on the law looking at a view, and it's DBU.
Well, y'all know what I'm about to say. Everyone be great on the way to the figure 8 and always, and I mean always, remember the hashtag KTSC. Keep that same energy. I'm your host, Justin P, and my co-host, Maurice Savage Jr. Love you guys. See you guys tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. We out.